Hey guys, Scott here from the Mental Metal channel and mentalmetaldetecting.com. And today we have the brand new Minelab X-Terra Elite in front of you. This machine just came out recently and I wanted to do a little quick walk through the menu system for you so you know what you're up against. This machine has a couple more features on it than like the Xterra Pro. So yeah, let's get into it because it's not going to take very long. If you're familiar with the Minelab set of machines out there like the Equinox, Xterra. It's very similar. I kind of want to think it's close to like an Equinox 600 or maybe a 700, but you don't have a lot of functionality or configuration options that you do with the 8 or the 800 or 900. Like I don't think you can set tone breaks, things like that. You can adjust volume for the one tone break, your iron tone break, just like you could on the Xterra. I don't think anything's changed there, but we'll walk through the menu and then something may jump out at you that you may not have known before. Let's just go for starters. You have the search modes here. You have Park 1, you have Park 2, you have Field 1, Field 2, and you have Beach 1 and Beach 2. So depending on what you're hunting for, those are your search program options. And let's go back to Park 1 here. Now, I'm going to walk through anything you want to do, get into the settings. You're going to hit this gear button. At the top, you're going to have your notch, what you're notching out currently. I think it's up to 0, so you're getting rid of all the ground noise right now by default. This is your battery indicator, and this is your indication here that we have the backlight on. The backlight can be changed to turning it off or dimming it a little bit. I guess that's turning off. That's on. That's your backlight if you don't want the red backlight. So you don't have a lot of choices, just the red or the on and off there. I prefer the red anyway. As you know, with this channel that I love the red background. I think that is totally worth every penny. I know that's a joke, but I do love that red background. So with the search programs, let's go through your sensitivities right here. I have my sensitivity cranked down because I'm in the garage, but obviously if you wanted to crank that up, you just up the plus button and you'll obviously see that your sensitivity starts to raise. To lower it, you go back down, and I'll leave it there for now. And then to get back out of that, it automatically goes back after a couple seconds. So moving on here, you do have a pinpoint option by hitting the button down here, and now it puts it into this pinpoint mode where if you wanted to pinpoint something, you'll see the bar at the top as it goes to the center of the coil. It's going to get, you want to get those two graphs together. That way you'll be pinpointed over the target. And then to get out of there, all you do is hit the pinpoint button. Let's see. Let's get into the settings. All right. So the settings, if you wanted to click the gear button once and put you into the standard settings menu. Now, right now, this is your noise cancel. I believe if you hit the checkbox, it will do a noise cancel for you. I believe if you hold it in, it'll keep doing it. Maybe not. Yep, if you hold it in, it'll keep doing it, and then it'll find the right channel for you and pick it automatically. Moving on over, this is your ground balance feature. You can turn on, I believe, tracking, which indicates at the top here by hitting the checkbox. If you want to keep that off, you want to click it again. And now when you're ground balancing, if you want to hold down the checkbox, I believe it'll put you into the mode where you're bouncing the coil up and down on the ground, and then that will give you a manual ground balance. And pretty simple, pretty straightforward, same as the other machines. Let's go into the next menu item for our settings. It's volume. Right now my volume is at 20. You can raise it up to 25. I don't think we need to in the garage. We'll keep it at 20. Now you can change one. What I'm noticing, you can change by holding down the gear button while you're in this mode. There are 3 advanced options. To get to the advanced options, you're going to hold down the settings or the gear button again. This puts you into your tone volume for your E1 or tone break 1. And this, as far as I know, is the only one you can change. You can't change the other side of this bar, but you can raise the volume of your iron up to 25. You can set this on how you want it to ring up in your ears or your speaker, lowering it to whatever you want to. Now, to get out of this advanced menu, you're going to hold in the gear button again, and then now you're back to the volume. Moving on over, oops. This is your threshold, so you can put a threshold on the machine if you want, all the way up to 25. I don't know why you would do that. I'm not a threshold guy. I'm not on the beach. I'll set a little bit of one because sometimes you can go a long time without finding anything, so it's nice to know the machine's still on. Moving on over to, this is your audio, tone audio. So right now I have it in deep. You can change that to, I believe it's all metal or all tones, 5 tones, 2, or a 1 tone. Now you can change, I believe, is this the one? I believe you, no, I don't believe this is the advanced option yet. There's no advanced option under this option. So there's nothing in there. So there's no advanced options underneath the number of tones you pick. So if you pick all metal, I keep saying all metal, all tones or deep tones there. So you have those options. Now let's go over to the next one. This is your accept reject. So at the top, you can move the cursor all the way over to whatever target ID number you want to get rid of. Hit the checkbox. If you want to do consecutively, you can move it all the way up here. So you have options to knock out some things. And to turn them back on, you always hit the checkbox again, scroll back over to where your target ID is that you want to accept. Hit the accept, and now you're back. So that's your ability to knock out certain target IDs. Now, what I'm going to do in the future videos, I'm going to try to set up a nice coin program for you for this machine. Won't be perfect, but it might get you in the ballpark of probably 80–90% of the coins, but we'll figure that out later in another video. But under this accept reject settings menu, there is another advanced feature. If you hold down the gear button, this is where you can change the size of your first tone break. So if you wanted to make it all the way up to 44, you could, or you can lower it back down to where it was. I believe it was 4. It's up to you, but you cannot change anything else. It's just the first one, the first tone break. So I wish this thing was able to configure all the tone breaks, 5 tone breaks, or whatever it is, 2, 3, but I don't think you can. I think you're kind of stuck at the first tone break only. But so that's accept reject in the advanced menu option there. Get back out of there holding in the gear button, and then let's go over to your recovery speed. Your recovery speed, you have the option of 1, 2, 3, and that's it. My guess is the equivalent of 2 for like the Equinox series, like the 800 and the 900. You can, I think, double that, so up to 6. So I think each one of these increments would be equal to 2 for the Equinox 800 and 900. So if you have it set at 1, it's actually target recovery speed of 2. And then if you go to 2, it'll be 4. And then if you go to 3, it'll be 6, and so forth. So I think that still exists. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how that equates to one of those other machines. I'll leave mine at 1 for now. And then this is also another advanced feature by holding in the gear button again. that puts you into your iron bias. And your iron bias can take you all the way up to 2, down to 0, down to -1. I'll leave mine at 1 for now. I think also that might be an increment of 2 as well, but I'm not sure yet until they have more documentation that comes out. I can't confirm that for right now. So that is the iron bias advanced option. Now to get out of it, hold down the gear button again, and you're back to the beginning. So those are your setting options. It's pretty straightforward. There's nothing real different about it compared to the other machines like the Equinox and the Xterra. So it's very, very easy to navigate, get around in. They do have a different little display here. The buttons are kind of maneuvered a little bit differently, I think, if I compare my other machines. So they're not, and they're really stiff. So I kind of like the stiff buttons. I don't like real soft buttons. These are going to make you push a little harder than you're probably used to. But they got a nice glossy screen protector kind of thing over it. It makes it look shiny. And the backlight of the buttons is also lit up. So that's kind of cool. So I wonder if... I was just kind of seeing what the options were. I guess there really isn't one red option. What else can I tell you here? Let's see. I showed you the pinpoint. You have all metal mode at the horseshoe. So when you're actually doing the hunting, you can turn on everything by hitting the horseshoe, or you can turn the horseshoe off, and it'll, however you have your discrimination bar up here notched out or whatever, it will go back to whatever you had. I like to hunt in all metal mode quite often, so I will probably leave it, full length here in my hunts with the machine. Let's see what else. Target IDs. Target ID system goes all the way up to, I believe, 99. That's the new way Minelab's doing it, getting away from the shorter target ID span. And I think that is it. These things will hook up to a wireless headphone. I have a pair of ML85s. I could try to, pair up to see how long that'll take. I also have some other headphones that I cannot talk about yet that will also pair up to these. So I have the ML85s right here. These should pair up to this machine. So I'm going to turn my headphones into pairing mode. All right, they're in pairing mode now. So I'm going to hold my wireless button down. So now they're in pairing mode. Let's see if they pair up, and they do. So now my ML85s are paired up with the Xterra Elite. So that's kind of cool. So I'm going to turn these off. Don't need them paired up right now. All right, so they're off. So if you get a pair of wireless headphones, the ML85s will work with that. I believe the 105s, no, the 105s are for the Manticore, so they will not work. So, and the waterproof headphones, I do have a pair of those. Get them down, show you. They will also work with this machine. So if you already have a pair of wireless or waterproof headphones, these will work. They're made for the Minelab machines. So there you go. That's the menu system in a nutshell. All right, I hope that was useful for you. If it was, hit the like button, share, and subscribe to the Mental Metal channel. And don't forget to tell everybody that you saw this video here first on the Mental Metal channel. And if you want to join my Patreon group, please feel free to join us over there. We do a lot of stuff, extra stuff, and I also have the YouTube memberships turned on. We have a couple people in there now, so if you want to support the channel that way, you can join over there on YouTube memberships. I really do appreciate the support because it does help me get these kind of machines so I can show these kinds of things to you. And yeah, that's about it. Rocky was a good boy, didn't have any issues in the garage tonight, so didn't cause any havoc. So it's been a good night. I think we'll end here while things are still good. And if you guys have any questions, drop me the questions in the comments, and Yeah, let me know what you think, all right? So if you're looking for one of these machines, you obviously can get them over at Fort Bedford Metal Detectors. Please give those guys a chance to earn your business. They're a really good group of guys. I spent some time in the showroom here over the weekend, and got a chance to check out his, some of John's relics he's found over the years, and pretty amazing stuff. He's a good guy, and they're both good guys. I enjoy hanging out with John and Zach and Nick as well. So get on over there and check out one of these Xterra Elite machines, multi IQ. All right, that's all I got. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another Mental Metal video.